Welcome, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of Conscious Coaches of Palm Harbor. I am Debbie Young, the owner of Soul Shed Wellness, and my co-host, Mrs. Katie Hindal, owner of R3 Revitalize. And today I have the privilege and honor of interviewing her about her coaching business. So I'm really, really excited to have you today, to be the one on this side doing the interviewing, Katie. So to start off, please share with us, why would someone come to you?
Oh, that's a great question.
Struggles, their challenges.
Yeah. So I support midlife professionals working through just those ever-changing waters of different responsibilities. We were conditioned when in our upbringing to really focus on success. We were told what success was. So, we were told success was the great job, the awesome husband or wife or spouse, the white picket fence, the animals, the 2.5 kids, the boat, the car. Like, it was all material. And what happened in something in our journey is we kind of lost this sense of our spirit, our soul, our autonomy, our self-efficacy. And so what I do is I help people specifically in midlife between 35 and 59 really focus on more mental health, emotional health, and spiritual health support.
Beautiful. I love that, and I'm especially fond of people who have that holistic focus. Sounds like mind, body, spirit in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So, beautiful. And let's say if I wanted to send somebody to you and they were asking about your services, what will people experience in the process of coaching with you?
That's a great question. So I'll just kind of start by a little bit about my background. Back in 2014, I was working in customer service and corporate administration, and I just was feeling empty. So I was hitting, that right around that 35-year-old marker, and little bit older than that. But I was just empty. I was feeling like I was just walking like a zombie. I was not feeling like I was fulfilling my bigger purpose. And I just wanted to be able to add more value to other people's lives. And I was doing it in such a teeny little way, but it just didn't feel like, well, first of all, the job I had, it was focused in numbers. And numbers and driving directions are not even close to my spiritual gifts or my strengths. So I was going to work, just dragging my feet, hating what I was doing because I was not using my skills and my gifts. And then when I did use my skills and my gifts, which was streamlining my workflow so I could go out and build relationships and meet people and do more value add in those relationships. And so what I decided to do was get into the coaching industry. I learned about it. I went back to school for it. I did a year-long program. It's called Quantum Success Coaching Academy. Decided to build my own business. And I'm like, okay, if I build it, they'll come. And they never came. And they never came. And they never came. And I just was like, what? I'm like, oh, so I'd accept my failure for what it was. Yet I was able to get into corporate healthcare doing behavioral health coaching. So I got into a major insurance company, and at the time they realized that it wasn't working. Like a doctor writing a script that said move more and eat less wasn't working. They needed to have a person in the middle to help work through motivational interviewing, open-ended questions, positive psychology, doing some special reflections, giving that person on the other end of that prescription more autonomy and more willingness to make those choices because they were ready to make those choices, not forced choices. Because Debbie, I don't know about you, but I don't thrive when somebody's telling me what to do. Like,
No.
I just need a little bit more autonomy in making those choices so that I can feel accomplished than doing it a certain way. So I ended up going through this. I spent 7 years in the business of chronic health, working with chronic health patients. And I knew it was never my end result because I wanted to talk about Jesus and I wanted to talk about the spirit and the soul. And that is frowned upon in corporate healthcare. So, duh, right? Like, we had calls recorded, we had quality, we had report cards. That made me feel a little bit like I was in third grade as a middle-aged professional. However, I did get a lot of feedback, a lot of training, a lot of education, and I ran a 98% customer satisfaction rating, which means the people that worked with me, they got results. They were getting their stuff done. Oh, thanks. That's adorable.
I had to give you some love there.
They were getting their stuff done and they liked working with me. And so there's a big, long kind of story, and I actually have some more videos that people can find on my website. I'll get into that in a minute, just kind of about that background and how I got interested and involved in this industry. And so when people come to me, they come to me with an opportunity to get more mindset education. People that work with me are really struggling in that midlife. They don't know their life purpose. They're not sure about their core values. They're not exactly sure about their confidence in themselves or who they are or where they're going. And at the end of the day, we're in a culture right now that if you're focused on the world, the only thing you're going to feel is fear, anxiety, and worry. And those are 3 things for the perfect storm to hate your life. And I know that we can flip the script, and using coaching techniques and the coaching portal and mindset education and digital coaching, we can pull out the happiness, we can pull out the joy, we can pull out the peace, and we can pull out the calm. And so the people that come in that want to just explore, I offer a complimentary coaching call, and it's all scheduled on my website. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. It is just a really safe place to come in and share what you want to share. And then from there, we help them get into the program. There's different programs. They're all available on the website. There's a video for each program, a little blurb about the program, and then a syllabus that you can download and see, oh, this is what I'm going to learn in this specific program. And this is what makes R3 Revitalize different from other programs and coaching businesses.
Yeah, so beautiful and powerful. I thank you for sharing all of that. And I love hearing people's stories and their process and how they got from where they were to where they are, which is not necessarily where they're staying, because I see everything as a stepping stone. And we get to a place in that next step where it serves for a moment, and then we kind of feel that constriction and it's time to move on. And that's what I heard in your share, from the corporate health into your own business of coaching, so you can make more of an impact. And I can hear your passion when you speak about that too. So that's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. And like you mentioned, the impact, that's the other thing that's so exciting for me, is I'm not restricted to time, within reason. And I'm not restricted to somebody else's metrics. When customers come to work with me, they are the number one thing and the most important. And it's not like a corporate metric that I have to be needing to meet to achieve a report card. So
when you say metric, what I'm hearing in that is a quota. So these people in your program are not just numbers. They actually are real human beings whom you are creating safe space to support, for them to be themselves and elevate their experience in life, of midlife specifically.
Yes, you hit it right on the head, Debbie.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so I love hearing that. So what else, Coach Katie, would you like people to know about you or about R3 Revitalize?
Oh, that's a great question. So I think the biggest thing that anybody needs to know is what's on the website. I do market as a Christian coaching, professional coaching services, and results coaching. My gifts and talents are getting people to the end result. And that could be in a little miniature goal or a long-term goal. So I have 1 year for lasting change, 6 months because life got messy, and then several different smaller term programs, whether they're stress, financial, health, grief coaching, could be for pets or people, and motivation. And then I have a signature course that is just so near and dear to my heart. And that's a 40-day walk in the wilderness with Jesus. So it's really an opportunity to dig a little deeper into your spiritual walk and dig into the Bible. And we're in a space right now where the church is kind of the church. And it's been separated in a way. There's still really good ones out there, and I have one in Safety Harbor, Florida. If anyone needs a resource, please let me know. But it just gives an ability to walk that in a different fashion and form. And the self-study starts at as low as $50 for a 2-month program. And then there's a self-study plus coaching calls. There's 3 coaching calls at $215. So it's very reasonable, and it's just really a safe space to work through that process, develop some biblical habits, and find more of your own fulfillment. So I just want to plug that one. That one's really near and dear to my heart for some reason.
And what came to mind to ask for clarification is that walk in the woods a metaphor, or are you actually out there on trails and paths with people?
Oh, that's a great question. It's actually a metaphor for the training that you get in the coaching portal, in the secure coaching portal. So it's every day there's a training piece, and whether it's a little bit of a Bible story that is recreated from the NIV version in a story, like a visual story, and then it's just walking through some questions so you can work through that process. Or maybe it's just getting in a habit of seeking out your Bible, whether it's in Bible Gateway or physical, tangible Bible. And then there's just some different checkpoints along the way. How are you coming along? Are you comfortable with that experience? And so it's I've had several people work through it, and they have seen some really neat self-transformations through the journey. And I'm going to say I also worked through it. I might have wrote it, but I also worked through it, and I've seen some really incredible miracles in my journey too. So
you are your own testimonial.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. I'm a big fan of the woods myself. I love hiking, and I've connected very deeply to Spirit, God, Jesus in the woods myself. And yeah, so I love the metaphor. So share with us, Coach Katie, how can people get in touch with you? Where can they find you? I know that you're in lots of different places, and I've been lucky enough to meet you in a multiple of them, which is why we're here in this space right now.
Yes. So the best way to find out all the different opportunities and resources is at www.r3revitalize.com. I am available on cell phone, which is 727-265-1246. I'm also available via email at r3coach@outlook.com. And then I do hold in the calendar year of 2024, I do hold a class at the Palm Harbor Chamber every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. We do 30 minutes of connection building and networking, and then we do 30 minutes of personal development. And then starting in June through the rest of the calendar year, I am also partnering up with La Femme Institute, which is a nonprofit multi-generational women's educational center in the Palm Harbor, Florida area. And every fourth Tuesday in the evening, I'll be facilitating a personal development class there. And then I'll be officing out of there for complimentary coaching sessions. And I'm going to plug that one more time. The best place to really see if this is a fit for you is to self-schedule that complimentary coaching session on the website. It gives you your space and your time. It's completely your only investment is your time. So it has been just an amazing experience when I do get to have those calls, because people get value on it. And sometimes they even get emotions. And that emotion, when tears happen, tears tell us that it's time for our brain that says, hey, it's time to make a change. And then you get to choose based on where you are and what your needs are and what your budget is to what program is the right fit for you, if you would like that continued support.
Beautiful. I love that you have programs at every level, so you can meet people exactly where they are, price-wise, journey-wise, growth-wise, goals, intentions. And I have to say, I also love that you made the word officing. I am officing right now in my home office. Love that. Yeah, one of the many things that we have in common. So yeah, thank you so much, Coach Katie. That was a great look into your business and the beautiful work that you do in the world and the different ways that you do it. Like your passion is clear, and your ability to create is just inspiring. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all the lives that you are going to change. So thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to interview you today. So thank you everybody who joined us here. Again, this was episode 2 of Conscious Coaches of Palm Harbor, Florida. That is in case you're seeing us from somewhere else in the world or the country. Okay, lots of love. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.